Hello, living in Lafayette vlog, the 19th of May 2013. It's 4:49. I figured I'd do it now while there's still light out. So last night I rented, last night my brain was totally wired when I'm working and I'm thinking a lot. I get really bad insomnia, but I try to get to sleep though at night, because if I go all night long and it makes me crazy and it makes me like psychotic, like it's not good. So I need to go to sleep. But if I can't get to sleep, then that sucks. So what I do is I take these. Last night I took this sleeping pill. I can't remember what it's called. You know what? I keep forgetting what the sleeping pill. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okie dokie, I'm back. So back when I was exercising and I'm healthy, Happy Sleep and Stress X are good enough to get me to sleep. But these things, they don't do anything when I'm actually working with my brain. So I take Unisom. I take one Unisom. And so what I did last night is I went into the, I rented a movie. I waited until like, I don't know, 1 in the morning or something until I kind of burnt out on the timeline introduction page. And then I rented a movie, maybe it was like midnight or something. And I took a Unisom. So it takes a Unisom maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours to take effect. And I didn't really feel it taking effect. What I did, I watched the movie. I take the pill, then I rent the movie, and then I pop the movie in. And then I watch the movie. So now I'm not totally stressed out because I'm watching a movie. And then I kind of got sleepy enough to fall asleep. So I got Jack Reacher last night at Redbox. And I made it maybe 4/5 of the way through. I was maybe 20 minutes away from the end, and then I got groggy enough to go to sleep, and it was awesome. There was no stress, there was no nothing. It was great. And then I got up at like 10, slept in until 10:30, you know. So I kind of got to have pretty much a full day today, and I worked until late last night. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. You know, I think every night when I'm working on that my timeline thing, you know, not just, you know, where I'm thinking and I'm all wired at night. I go until I burn out on it, which will probably be about midnight, and then I'll go and rent a movie, and I'll pop my sleeping pill before I rent the movie. So the sleeping pill will have been taken maybe a half hour before I start the movie, and then I get most of the way through the movie, and then I pass out. So I got up this morning and I finished the movie. I thought Jack Reacher was pretty good. I like to watch movies and then watch the reviews. There's 3 review people that I like to watch. Actually 4. Jeremy Jans is What the Flick Show, Chris Stuckman, and Schmoes. Those 4 guys I like to watch. So I like to watch. But like Jack Reacher got bad reviews. I thought Jack Reacher was good, man. I thought the plot and everything was smart and good. I liked it. And Tom Cruise, you can never go wrong with Tom Cruise. I like his acting. The woman, though, she was such a bad actor, dude. She's like, like anybody could have done that, man. But probably bad directing, too, you know. Werner Herzog was acting in it. He's that German dude who does all the documentaries. He was acting. He was a bad guy. But, yeah, so... Anyway, so today I was working on my timeline explanation page, and I was trudging through it. It's really time consuming, so I don't want to totally burn out on it. But I need to, so that's why I do with the movies, but I need to, spend time on it because it's time consuming. So I'm not doing anything else, I'm only doing that. And I think by the time the beginning of June comes around, it'll be definitely a lot farther than it is now. It'll be pretty good. iPower still hasn't figured out how to replace my page that I fucked up. The guy said, "Oh yeah, I've replaced it," and it wasn't. So then I called and I'm like, "Yeah, you guys are saying you're," and I've done it with myself in the system restore file. It says replace and it doesn't replace. So I called the guy. I'm like, "Yeah, dude, you guys are saying it's replacing, it's not." And the guy's like, "Really?" So then he tried it, it didn't. He's like, "Oh yeah." So I guess I'm elevated. So I guess I got to keep getting it elevated until they get to the very top. But iPower, man, these people don't know what they're doing. Somebody's out to lunch. Head tier 1 guy is out there fishing in the Bahamas or something. They need to get some like computer programmers in there and fix their shit. But I think they'll eventually be able to do it. I mean, they keep this stuff in the file for 3 months, so I'll just call every day for 3 months until they can replace it. Because I need it replaced. And then when that happens, I can make sure to back everything up on all my externals and my MP3 and everything, which I could have sworn I did before, but I didn't. So I think I'm going to YouTube myself doing it. So this way, if I'm like, I could have sworn I actually have the YouTube of myself doing it. See, look, YouTube says so. But, yeah, so, anyways, that's what I'm doing right now. Working on my timeline explanation page. If you were to look at it now, you'd probably, if you were smart, you'd be like, oh, this is going to be cool. But you're still not going to understand what the hell's going on. But my idea is by the time June comes around, you'll be able to understand maybe. But I don't think, it probably will be a long time until I'm ready to like sell it, the idea to educational foundations and super rich people. I want to make a website just for it, just for the timeline. Yeah. And then fix the links on it so that people can get a really good idea of how it works, and then I can include that in the demonstration and all that. I applied to like 20 jobs through Craigslist today, emailing and attaching the resume. Did another call out to the window. He's not calling me, so I think they've forgotten about me. Maybe passive aggressive or something. But I'll call him on beginning of June. Nobody's calling me back. So the beginning of June, I think I'm gonna go full force with looking for a job, and I'm even gonna change the name of my vlog at the beginning of June. I'm gonna call it "Looking for a Job Vlog," and I'm gonna vlog everything about it. I'm gonna do screen captures of myself sending in the resumes, and describe each and every job I reply to, and just apply to every single job. In the education section, the writing section, the labor section, every single day. And just do it all day, every day. That mixed in with working on my timeline explication page until that's polished, and then I'll go in and work on North Europe 1500 to 2000 until that's polished, and then I can go to the educational foundations, and that's going to be interesting. So yeah, I think the whole like mountain biking and running and exercising thing, I think that's off the table for the rest of the summer, man. I'm gonna just be working on that timeline unless I start work. If I get a job, which hopefully I can get a job, then I'll work, and then maybe I'll do the mountain biking on spare time and just kind of do the timeline kind of here and there, but kind of have a balanced life. But it'll be interesting to see if having a website helps. I'm kind of under the impression that having a website and YouTube and everything actually makes it so that you can't get a job, because like nobody's ever replied. I mean, I applied to like 20 jobs when I first got here, and nobody. So maybe people see, so maybe it doesn't work. Maybe people, it's like too different, and they're like, "You're different. That's wrong. Different's wrong. Like you're putting me. Are you saying that I should make a website and do videos?" I don't know, but we'll know for sure when I do looking for a job vlog. That'll be interesting. At least it'll be an interesting little genre of its own. I don't know anybody else who does that. Anyways, that's my vlog for the day. Today, for the movie, I might get, at this point I don't even care what movie I'm going to get, because I'm just planning on getting everything eventually, but maybe I'll get parental guidance or whatever, the new Billy Crystal movie. Comedy. I wanted to get Red Dawn, even though it got really bad reviews. I like mindless action movies too. I like all genres really, except for horror. There's always those horror movies, and I never get those. I can't ever get those ever. Those things. In fact, when I see those, I get embarrassed for mankind. I'm embarrassed for being a human being when I see a poster, and then when I see an actor acting in one of those movies, I'm embarrassed for the actor. I'm like, oh my God. Like, what? You're some kind of like morbid evil junkie? Like, what the fuck? Like, you didn't get enough horror from the Daily News? You need more? Like, okay, my roommate's here. I can talk tomorrow, chat.